Thanks for joining us once again on our video cast. Joe DiMatteo of the Ask the Pharmacist radio show and Ask the Pharmacist group. We're on Sirius XM satellite. We have a website. We're on multiple stations around the country. Go to our website at askjod.com. Why do we eat so poorly? You might have a thought. That'll conjure up some thoughts on your behalf. Laziness, poor planning, conveniences, finances, I don't know. I'm going to tell you what literature shows. I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 or maybe a little bit more than that, maybe up to 6 or 7 points of why we eat so poorly. Number one on the list in my estimation is time. We have too many excuses. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to make something. It's easier for me to go through a drive-through. It's easier for me to order a pizza. It's easier for me to just pick something up. How many folks today virtually we eat 1 to 2, at a minimum 1, and sometimes 2 meals at many of these, not even fast food restaurants anymore, these stop and go types of things. They're everywhere. They're on every corner. They make sandwiches. They make hoagies. Folks live. That's their breakfast. In many cases, that's their lunch. I'm not so sure about the quality of what you're consuming at basically a convenience store type of an outlet. Number 2, we fail to prioritize. We do not see eating. We do not understand meals as a priority. We look at it almost as a nuisance as opposed to understanding that it's critical. It's fuel. It's jet fuel for your engine. Number 3, ignorance. I'm not saying that you're ignorant, but ignorance implies a lack of knowledge. We do not understand the importance of what we consume. We feel often or mentally understand that as long as we have a full belly, that we're okay. I can go for the next 4 to 5 to 6 hours. The reality of it is the fullness of the belly has no relationship to the quality of the nutrients that you've taken in. Ignorance, a lack of knowledge. Baggage. I believe many of us eat poorly and make bad food decisions because we carry a ton of baggage. Anxiety. Many of us eat anxiously. We eat out of distress. Fears. I believe low self-esteem. A lot of folks are overweight and obese because they battle self-esteem issues. We eat emotionally. I'm under duress. I'm stressed out. I eat. Often we substitute love that we feel we're not receiving in this earthly realm, and even in a godly realm, if you have a lack of a relationship with God, and we substitute food often, and we do that. That's a fact. There are books written on this. Food supply. I think that the food supply is a problem. Now you can just go to one of these convenience stores. You can go to a fast food store. You can go to a big box store and get all the boxed, canned types and prepared, quote, prepared frozen foods that you would like. I think our increased access to processed foods is pretty much the damning of our population. It's pretty much the damning of our vitality because we have way too much access to too many processed, prefabricated foods. Often folks use finance as an excuse, I would say. Well, it's too expensive to eat well. I'm not so sure. I'd rather you go buy some of your own, quote, hamburger meat and maybe even just get some potatoes, bake a potato, get a loaf of Ezekiel bread and make your own hamburgers as opposed to going through a drive-through. I'm not so sure that finances holds up with me. Now, if you're talking organic and so on, that could be a little different story. The last 2, laziness. I think, unfortunately, if I'm speaking to you right now, and I don't want to offend you, but I think we're often too lazy. We not only don't prioritize, we're lazy in this arena. We don't value, we don't plan. Lastly, acquired taste. See, the more of the convenience and fast food store type acquired taste that you develop, the less you will want to acquire the taste for whole foods and live foods. You'll want those chemicals. You'll want what's in there because it's tickling the taste buds. It's stimulating the brain in a certain way that is almost addicting you to those foods. God bless you. Thanks for being with us on our video cast. I'll see you on the next one.